What's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. So we got some sad news today. Dodgers legend Maury Wills passed away at the age of 89. And here's everything you need to know about the Dodgers legend. Maurice "Morning" Wills was originally signed by the Dodgers in 1951 and spent 8 years in the minor leagues before getting called up midway through the 1959 season. The following season in 1960, in his first full season in the bigs, Wills hit .295 and led all of Major League Baseball with 50 stolen bases and even finished 17th in the NL MVP voting. Wills was an absolute menace on the base paths. He led the league in stolen bases in each of his 6 first full seasons, and then on September 23rd, 1962, Maury Wills made history, breaking Ty Cobb's modern-day record for most steals in a single season. Wills stole 3 bases against the St. Louis Cardinals, giving him a record-setting 97 for the season, and he would go on to be named the National League's most valuable player, batting .299, scoring 130 runs, finishing with 208 hits, and leading the league with 10 triples. Wills became the first Dodger to win the Most Valuable Player award since the franchise moved from Brooklyn to Los Angeles before the 1958 season. Wills won 3 World Series titles with the Dodgers, 1959, 1963, but his most memorable World Series came in 1965 against the Minnesota Twins. In the Fall Classic that year, Wills was tied for the team lead with 11 hits, 3 doubles, and finished with 3 stolen bases. In 1962 would turn out to be Wills' best individual season, along with breaking Ty Cobb's 47-year-old Major League record of 96 stolen bases and finishing with 104, breaking Ty Cobb's long-standing Major League single-season record of 96 steals. And something you really need to know about Maury Wills was the Dodgers' offense of the late 50s and the early 60s. They didn't score very many runs. In the 1965 World Series alone, they averaged 3.4 runs per game, and the Dodgers, they relied on Maury Wills getting on, getting over, and getting in. In describing the Dodgers' offense, Sandy Koufax said, "That used to be our attack. Maury would get on, get around somehow, come to the dugout, and say, 'There's your run, Sandy. I had to make it stand up.'" So Wills was the catalyst. He was the spark plug for those Dodgers teams in the early 60s that won 3 NL pennants, 2 World Series titles, and he wasn't even the fastest guy on his team. That was Willie Davis. But what he was the best instinctive base runner on the team. He was a menace to opposing pitchers. Once in a game against the New York Mets, Wills was on first base when pitcher Roger Craig threw 12 straight times to the bag. On Craig's next throw, Wills stole second. So that's everything you need to know about Maury Wills on the base pass, the way he knew how to manipulate pitchers. He studied their moves, and he always knew the exact perfect time of when to swipe a bag. It almost reminds me of Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts isn't the fastest guy in the league, but he has great instincts and he knows when to go. Wills was a much better base runner than Betts, and Betts a much better offensive player than Wills, but you do see some similarities with their base running in that they're not the fastest guy in the world, but they have the instincts and they know when to swipe a bag. Wills hit .290 for the Dodgers 4 times, scored more than 100 runs twice. He was an elite shortstop defensively, winning 2 Gold Gloves. He holds the Dodgers' single-season records for most stolen bases, 104 in 1962. His 586 career stolen bases are 20th all-time, and he would always credit the crowd for helping him steal so many bases, how the Dodger Stadium faithful would yell, "Go, go, go," and urge him to swipe back. He made 7 All-Star teams. He won the 1962 All-Star Game MVP. He holds the Dodgers record for most games played in a single season with 165 played in 1962. That's also the Major League record. Now, how did he accomplish that? Well, in 1962, the Dodgers and the Giants were tied to end the year, so they had a 3-game playoff that went the distance, so he's going to have that record forever. But the award that Maury Wills was most proud of winning was an award that some of you may never have heard of. It was called the Hickok Award, and it wasn't even a trophy, it was a belt. It was encrusted with jewels and diamonds and had alligator skin on it, and it went to the best athlete in the entire world. And in 1962, Wills took home the Hickok belt over golf golf legend Arnold Palmer. And Wills loved the award so much that he hid it in a box in his closet and worried about it constantly. The speedy Los Angeles Dodgers shortstop would wake up out of a dead sleep in the middle of the night, dash to his closet, and find the box just to make sure the belt was safe. Wills said, "When I would go out of town, I would come home to make sure it was still there. I even put it under my mattress just to keep it close to me. That's how much it meant to me." After his playing days were over, Wills stayed in the game. He was a color commentator for NBC Sports for 3 seasons. He would go on to be just the 3rd African-American manager in Major League Baseball history when he was the manager of the Seattle Mariners. He would also teach future generations the art of base running, and that included Dave Roberts, who had the game-changing steal in Game 4 of the 2004 ALCS that changed baseball history forever. And Doc talked about how Wills prepared him for that moment.
He and I were working on bunting and working on the mechanics of stealing bases, and he said, "DR, one day you're going to have to steal a base. When everyone in the stadium knows you're going to steal a base, and you can't be afraid."
The pitcher's going to know it, the catcher's going to know it from the opposing team, and the first baseman's going to know it. Everybody in the stand's going to know it, Dave, and everybody watching on TV. You got to go, Dave.
Roberts is going. Posada's throw. Roberts.
And Dave Roberts, who wears number 30 because of Maury Wills, had this to say about his passing.
Maury was very impactful to me, personally, professionally. He's going to be missed, and I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to him. But yeah, this one is tough for me. He did a lot for the community and a lot for the Dodgers, and he was a friend, a father, mentor, all of the above for me. So this is a tough one for me.
But I want all your thoughts, comments, and reactions on the passing of Dodgers legend Maury Wills. Do you think there's a chance you could make it into the Hall of Fame one day? Let me know down below. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all latest Dodgers news, rumors, hype videos, interviews, breakdowns, and more all season long, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.